Well, I ran into a bit of a hiccup I forgot about. So, when I ran this weld on the inside of this 3/16 inch plate, it warped inwards. And once I had it on the Tahoe, I realized that these bolt holes were misaligned by roughly 1/4 inch overall from end to end. For shits and giggles, you get the idea. Originally, I wanted to put the toggle switches right here. That's not going to be large enough anymore. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I could put a trim panel down here with the switches there, but that'd be hanging out there and might hit it with my knee or something. Got some room over here. Maybe I could squeeze them in there, but that's still not really large enough. So exhausting that's pretty much all the room I really had in the on the dash to do anything reasonable. So I'm like, shoot, well, now what? And go look up at the ceiling, and there was this plastic trim piece that was covering this hole, and I popped it off, and sure enough, there's plenty of room back there. So I'll put the trim panel here with the toggle switches, and it'll be like an airplane. So here I have removed the plastic. I cut a hole in the plastic, and I put a piece of sheet aluminum, and this thing looks pretty dang cool. Check it out. I'll pop it in there. So it's just like that. And so we're gonna have all the toggle switches with the LEDs. So we're just about ready to start plumbing the wiring. First thing to attend to is making the mounts for the lights. The plan is, so we're gonna have 2 reverse lights back here, all plumbed to 1 positive. The frame itself will be grounded, so how it'll work is we'll have 1 reverse light with a positive coming through the tube, and we'll have the second reverse light here, plumb the wire into there, merge them, seal this up, and then we'll bring this all the way along this side. Right here, we'll have this one go in, and this will all be sealed with grommets. This will join in with the positives for the reverse light, travel up to the very front here, and then route through the rest of the frame to what would be the front passenger side. Now, the side light on that side will also run down this tube and meet them there. So at the end, we will have 3 different positives, and those will be connected through a secondary connector next to the light bar connector, which I'll show you now. I have both connectors with grommets into the roof, and right now, look underneath, I pulled the headliner down just a smidge, and we're gonna route everything past the control panel, continuing along the roof line, down the A-pillar on the driver's side, through the firewall, finally ending at our auxiliary fuse box. So this is a kind of strange way to mount it. Did some thinking, trying to figure out exactly where I wanted it to sit. Originally I wanted to tuck it in here, but if you know, this is a tray for a secondary battery. I think the diesels may have come with a second battery, not sure. Anyways, that might be something I'd like to add in the future. So this fuse box will give me enough room to fit a second battery if I choose to do so in the future. So this is a good spot. It's a little flexible this way, so I'm gonna add a support from this bolt down to this bracket here, just a little piece of strap. That should strengthen it up a bit. So the hole that the wires are coming out from the firewall is right there. We're gonna have to run, I believe, 2 more, 1 for the switches and 1 for the dimmer. So on this control panel, I have modified this cheapo little DC dimmer I got off of Amazon and adapted it to this control panel. So I removed the terminal that came on the circuit board and just added a connector that actually came with a light bar wiring kit. But all you need is 3 pins. So I'm gonna run that all the way back to the fuse box,